Well, let's get ready to look at the March numbers for Lubbock's real estate market. It's been an interesting few days for the mortgage rate, so let's get straight to it and take a look at our three common metrics that we look at as we evaluate the monthly market analysis. Of course, we'll look at buyer activity, listing inventory, and interest rates. Let's start with the under contract activity for Lubbock County. After seeing a slight retreat in February from the January numbers, we saw March pick up steam with 469 units going under contract. Now, what's interesting is March last year, as you'll see, we had 480 homes go under contract. And keep in mind, March last year was a peak month for the number of homes going under contract in Lubbock County. In fact, the last 2 years, both 2024 and 2023, March was a peak month for the number of homes going under contract. It'll be interesting to see if we maintain that same pace and rhythm this year. Historically, of course, as we look back over the last 20 years or so, it's usually April or May that's our peak month for the number of homes going under contract. But again, the last 2 years it's been March. So it'll be interesting to see how we trend as we continue going on further in the spring. As we look at active listing inventory, we had at early part of March, we actually dipped under 1,300 homes for the first time in nearly a year, to around 1,275 homes. That brief dip only lasted a few days when we started peaking back over 1,300, and then now we're back up to around 1,340, which is pretty much where we've been since the first of the year. Of course, last year in March, we were still under 1,300 and then peaked over that in April, eventually peaking out to over 1,600 homes in the September-October timeframe. So we're now back to kind of holding in that 1,340 range, still a buyer-friendly market overall, although Trudy and I both have been involved in several multiple offer situations, both on the listing side and buying side over the past few weeks. So there are certain segments of the market that are very competitive, and the really updated, strong homes that are existing homes in various price ranges are drawing multiple offers as well. So we're starting to see that a little more common now as well. Interest rates have been the big story the last few days. Of course, last Thursday, mortgage interest rates dropped 10 basis points to the lowest levels since October of last year. And then starting off the week today, Monday, as I'm recording this video, they moved back up to where they were mid the week last week, so about 6.5% on the 30-year mortgage, which most lenders I've seen this today on the rate sheet. So back to where we in normal range. Now, we are still back within range of where we were October and still lower than where we averaged last month. It'll be interesting to see where the mortgage rates move going forward the next few days, as people are still concerned about the overall economic climate, both nationally and globally. Of course, if you have any real estate questions we can help you with, otherwise, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to take care of you however we can, and we'll talk to you soon.